Hey, welcome to the Dick Clark Show. I'm Dick Clark.
And I'm MLK.
Hey, we got a couple of special guests for you on the show that I'll be interviewing. First up, we got MLK Jr. over here. He's a good buddy. He's been a good buddy of mine for a couple of years. And we're going to ask him a couple of questions about some civil rights things that have been going on lately. So, Dr. King, how do you think the March on Washington went?
It went good. Just talked about how my thoughts were on this whole thing between the blacks and whites, and wanted to be friends.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
It's a very nice thing to be doing for the blacks and whites to get them together. So, I understand that you have a wife and children.
Yes.
How are they doing?
Oh, they're doing really good. They're doing well.
That's good. Do they support you?
Yes, they do.
Well, that's good. That's always good when the wife supports you. Where do you see the future in civil rights?
Well, I see the future of the civil rights going to where the blacks and whites can finally solve their problems and have a very good friendship.
Well, we got an outstanding man right here. And one last question. This is kind of a personal question of mine, but how do you keep your groovy fro?
Shampoo and conditioner every day.
That's very nice. So that was Martin Luther King Jr. He's a very good civil rights activist, and we'll have our next guy up.
Coca-Cola has the taste you never get tired of. Always refreshing. That's why things go better with Coke after Coke after Coke.
All right, we're back after the break, and I'm Dick Clark, and this is the Dick Clark Show. And right now we have a very special guest, the President of the United States, Mr. John F. Kennedy.
Glad to be here.
So I'm just going to ask you a couple questions I got on my card here tonight.
Oh, okay, no problem, man.
We'll see what your answers are on these. So, how do you feel about the failure at the Bay of Pigs?
Well, it was pretty disappointing. I was quite depressed in that time of my period. Skip this question, please.
Yeah, I can understand that might be something that would have hurt you a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. I understand that you got to move into the White House.
Oh yeah, it was great.
What's your favorite room inside of the White House?
Oh, it's 420. No explanation needed here.
Okay, that's it sounds like a very nice room. I'm sure there's lots for the kids, the whole family.
It's really enjoyable.
Okay, so well, what do you see in America's future up ahead in the rest of your presidential term?
Well, I see equality and women's rights. Gotta love the ladies.
Yeah, that's very right. This man, he knows what he's talking about. So, how was your weekend with Marilyn Monroe?
I played the fifth.
That's very interesting. Thank you, Mr. JFK, for coming on our show and letting us interview you.
No problem.
We'll go on with our next interviews. We'll be back after this commercial break.
It's Slinky, for fun is the best of the toys. It's Slinky, the favorite of girls and boys. Everyone wants a Slinky, you ought to get a Slinky.
And boys and girls, more fun with Slinky pull toys, Slinky Caterpillar, Slinky Train, Slinky Hippopotamus. Everyone wants a Slinky pull toy.
And welcome back to the Dick Clark Show. I'm Dick Clark. And we got our next guest on here, the wife of the President of the United States, Jackie Kennedy. How are you doing, Jackie?
I'm good. How are you?
Thanks for coming on our show and letting us ask you some of these questions.
Oh, yes, of course.
So let's just dive right into these. And first question, what's your favorite style to wear?
Oh, my favorite style to wear is whatever my husband tells me to wear.
That's very interesting. Yeah, your husband seems like he's a very nice man.
Oh, he is indeed.
So how do you feel about the future of America?
Oh, I feel the future of America is in very good hands. John is doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's very reassuring as a fellow American to hear that I'm nice and safe. So next question, what's your favorite thing about the White House?
My favorite thing about the White House is the kitchen. because John won't let me go anywhere else.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. That's very like the American family in our time.
Oh.
So, I just have one more question for you, and I hope it's not too personal for you. And so, what's your opinion on your husband's multiple affairs?
Oh, well, John always tells me I am to be seen, not heard.
That's very nice, Mrs. Kennedy. Thank you for.
Oh, thank you.
And we'll be back after these commercial messages.
Let's take a Winston break. That's it. Winston is the one filter cigarette that delivers flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend. Yeah, Fred. Filter blend makes the big taste difference, and only Winston has it up front where it counts. Here, the head of the pure white filter. Winston packs rich tobacco specially selected and specially processed for good flavor in filter smoking. Yeah, buddy, Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
And we're back. I'm Dick Clark, and this is the Dick Clark Show. And next on our list, we have the very beautiful Marilyn Monroe on our show. So nice to meet you, Marilyn.
Nice
and,
to meet you, too.
We got a couple of questions we're going to ask you now. So how do you feel about your relations to the White House?
I feel that my relations are on very good terms. I feel that most people there like me, and I'm welcomed in.
Except for Jackie. I've heard that there's been some problems between you two.
There's been a few, but she's really nice. I like her.
Yeah, I'm sure. I had her on, it's my last guest, and she seems like a very nice woman.
She is.
Okay, so our next question, what's your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing to do is probably getting ready in the morning, because I feel that women's appearance is very important, and I like to help other girls realize that they have beauty in them.
Well, that's very nice. How do you think women should act?
I think that women should act with pride and confidence, because they are all beautiful and they need to show that to everyone else.
That's a very good way to think, to give confidence in our youth today. So one last question here, and it's a recent magazine came out naming you the sexiest women alive. How do you feel about that?
I feel it a great honor to be the sexiest woman alive, and I feel that every woman should feel that they are sexy, and there's a lot of pretty women out there that deserve it too.
Well, that is a great message for the nation's youth today, so stick around and we'll be back.
The Tommy Burst has automatic bolt action. Fire off a burst of 10 shots. Pull the bolt again, you're reloaded. Or fire single shots like a rifle. The Tommy Burst alone is $3. In the detective set, you also get the Snub Nose 38 and Snap Draw shoulder holster. The pistol fires greeny stickum caps and shoots safe shooting shells. The exciting new Tommy Burst detective set includes wallet, badge, and ID card. $7 wherever toys are sold. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
And welcome back to the Dick Clark Show. I'm Dick Clark, and next on the program we have Moonwalk Star Child.
It's Stormchild.
Stormchild, right?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you. It's very nice of you to correct me. So I just have a couple of questions to ask you about the social problems that are happening in our nation today. So the first one is, how do you feel about the Vietnam War?
I honestly don't think we should be fighting over there. We should be fighting for... We shouldn't be fighting. It should just be peace and love and not fighting. And guns and war.
Yeah, that's a very nice response.
Yeah.
So I have
the
next question for you. Were you at Woodstock?
Was I at Woodstock? Well, from the days I could remember, I was. Woodstock was a life-changing experience. Incense and love filled the air, while in the distance one could hear bongo drums, sound of guitar. Man, was it sweet.
That sounded like a very good experience for you and all of your friends. I assume you went with friends.
Yes, we are all children of God.
That's very interesting. So my next question, I understand that you are involved in a lot of protests.
Yes, I have a very strong opinion about protests, and I think that Americans should express their voice.
So how did the protest go, the last one you were in?
Well, it ended violently. African Americans were shot, and it was sad. It's a rough time in my life.
That sounds that's been a big problem with our police force and the African American population. And earlier on the program we had Martin Luther King Jr. on here, and he was talking about how he wants to bring equality. So I think you two would get along.
Yeah.
Pretty
They're
well.
always shooting first and asking questions later.
Yeah, that seems to be a big problem.
Sad.
So I have one last question for you, and this is kind of the sponsors don't really want me to ask this, but are you high right now?
What do you think?
And that's the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Dick Clark, and this is the Dick Clark Show.
I'm Bergen.
Now it is?
Are you guys
Channel
gonna, like,
7
start
News.
on the music?
Yeah, I'll start it again.
Dr. King, how do you think your March on Washington went?
Well, I think it went.
I can't.
Sorry. My fault. My fault.
We'll restart from
So much. Had a speech.
Let's see what my women are doing.
That's a wait.
No.
Okay.
We should play that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. The tapes were mixed up. Phone's back. No problem.
Okay. I'm ready when you are.
3 days from now.
Okay. Right.
Back after the break.
What's your favorite room of the White House?
That'd be room 69.
Oh, and
No further explanation. Okay, I can do it, man. I can do it. I got this under control.
all right.
Okay, what's that?
Kind of like your wife, Jackie.
Oh my gosh. She is under control, you're right. That's like a ticking time bomb.
Can we please put the bloopers in?
Oh my gosh, this is so good. You have no idea how funny this was. Wow.
All right.
Gotta keep my composure.
All right.
Replay.
Starting over. Here we go.
How now, brown cow.
How no?
New York.
Unique New
Holy
York.
moly.
Okay, oh, we got this one.
I love
We're starting over
scotch.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, it was so good. Can we just, can we just cut it?
And this is a more personal question. I just asked Dr. King a personal question.
What is this?
How's your head?
Say this one, man. I just blew it.
Well,
Literally speaking.
Literally speaking here.
I can
Yeah,
understand.
we can't do this one, man. The first one was way better. We gotta do the 69. We gotta put it all in there. Thanks. Real mature.
Yeah.
How do you think women should act?
I think women should act with pride and confidence because they really do have.
And welcome back to the Dick Clark Show. I'm Dick Clark. And next on, I forgot your name. Moonwalk Star?
Moonwalk Storm Child.
Storm Child. Moonwalk Storm Child.
You should just start doing up there. You stand there? Just in the back.
Okay, I'm ready. And love and incense filled the air while music played in the background. Oh my god!
Dude, and then they had a guitar.
And then I had a guitar and bongo
played
drums.
it, and it was so cool, dude. You
Where
should've
did those
been there.
bongo drums come from? Nobody knows.
They
They
were
just
like,
came.
he must have been behind like some mirrors or something.
Yeah, I don't know, something.
I didn't even know what was happening.
Someone give me some brownies and they were good.
There was some good brownies, girl. They're the best damn brownies I ever did had.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna read.
Oh, sorry.
My hair is going everywhere. Oh my gosh. I tried to speak up, but it was like hard. All